I'd like to say these are unusual times. In our lifetime, we've never experienced anything like that. And these special circumstances require special adaptations. So in keeping with directives, legislation filed by our governor, we're going to proceed with the meeting, and it is our intent to carry forward the entire agenda for tonight's meeting to our next regularly scheduled meeting, which will be our first meeting in May, which is May 12th?
May 13th.
May 13th. Before we get into entertaining a motion and taking a vote, I'm also going to say that the meeting that was regularly scheduled for April 8th will also be continued and moved forward to the second meeting in May, provided we don't have a conflict with the annual town meeting. We're unsure. Town council has indicated to us that in all likelihood that meeting will be pushed out. If that's the case, it's good for the commission because it gives us that extra meeting time. If anyone is watching from the general public, I want them to know that we will be putting in queue all applications as they are received, and we will hear them as soon as we possibly can. Part of the governor's directive was that all time frames, legal time frames associated with filings are put into abeyance. What that means is that we don't have to hold a hearing in 21 days. We don't have to issue a permit in 21 days. Now that doesn't mean that we're on vacation. As we have an opportunity to go out and review simple applications in the field, I'm going to recommend that we do that whenever the opportunity presents itself. I'd also like to say that at tonight's meeting, we will not be entertaining any discussion or taking, doing any project review or making any decisions other than the continuation of the entire slate of hearings. Does anybody have a question on that?
So quick question. We don't have to adhere to our normal timelines of the meeting, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
So instead of being here, instead of having our last 4 hearings at 10 o'clock tonight, we're moving the entire slate forward.
Great.
Perfect.
Agree. Okay. Again, I want to reiterate, it's not like we're going to be on vacation. Our administrator, and now that she's working in this office, myself are involved on a daily basis in dealing with the public and the applicants and taking the phone calls and doing the best we can to satisfy everybody's needs. But I think it's important that moving forward, we try to protect the interests of the commission personally and in terms of health, the applicants, and any abutters who have a vested interest in the project.
On that note, we had discussed that some paperwork does need to get signed. Are we still going to try to make that happen tomorrow at some point?
Okay, here's the situation. I'll let Ian speak to that.
So one hearing was closed. That was for 9 Plain Street, and that was at our last meeting. And so what we were going to do is we were going to sign this order tonight. So if some of you are available, we just need a quorum to sign that order. It's all ready to go. The draft was sent out to everybody. And so I can meet with, I have Sean and Mike who said that they could meet with me tomorrow at the municipal centers tomorrow morning at some point. We could define that. If somebody else could join us, then we would have 4 people signing that permit.
We need 1 more member.
Which would give us a quorum. Thank you,
Mr.
Neil.
Vice Chairman.
Neil, that's awesome. So I'm thinking I have a telephone conference probably from 9 to 9:45. I could probably meet people around conference with the emergency
Oh, got it.
meeting tomorrow. through Zoom. So I could be available at 10 or 10:30 tomorrow to meet in the municipal center.
Not at 6 a.m.?
Not 6 a.m.
Is that Mike?
Yeah. Sean can be there at 11. I can be there at 6 a.m. That's no problem, right, Ann?
That's fine.
And Neil
I
was going to be
won't-
there
I
at
won't
3, I
see
think, this afternoon. In the
you-
afternoon.
I won't see you till 10, so you'll
Okay.
have to wait around for a while. But
That's no problem.
We could do 10 p.m.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever time you want.
if, I don't know, does 10 work or? just
10's fine.
10?
That works.
Okay, so I have Sean and Cliff's gonna sign it and Mike O'Haron is somebody else and Neil. Okay, terrific, thank you.
Gives us a quorum.
So we'll get that order signed and I'll get it sent out tomorrow. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay. That being the case, I'll entertain a motion to continue the entire slate of tonight's meeting as scheduled to the evening of May 13th, commencing at 7:15.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
A unanimous vote.
Aye.
Okay. And I will entertain a motion to continue the meeting of April 8th to,
Should we hold off on that?
we'll do it. Anybody have a calendar?
I do right here.
The second Wednesday in, let me start again.
The 13th. So it'd be 20, so May 27th.
I'll entertain a motion to continue the hearings scheduled for our first meeting in April, which was April 8th, to the evening of May 27th, pending cancellation of the annual town meeting.
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
A unanimous vote. So, just on a personal note, I'd like to caution everybody to be careful. There are a couple of confirmed cases of the virus in Bellingham. You know, everybody knows by now what we have to do. The commission's important to us. We want you guys to be safe. We want you guys to come out of this so that we can continue the good work that we do.
Mr. Chair, question.
Yes, sir.
If the May town meeting is a conflict, would we be meeting again, potentially remotely again?
We'll
But do I
have
have
to,
to redo that second motion?
well, what we'll do is by the time we get to our first meeting in May, we'll know. And if the town meeting is not moved, then we'll have to make an adjustment, just like we did tonight.
Okay.
Are we anticipating that the meeting in May is going to be in person, or are we?
We're anticipating that the meeting in May will be in person. If it's not, we'll have to make another adjustment. I mean, we're doing the best we can based on the information we're getting from the federal government, the state government, and recommendations from town council. This is the earliest we think that we'll be able to meet in person. We've had a couple of applicants who've been a little frustrated because they think we should be conducting project review in this forum. I think that what we've discussed to them is based on the nuts and bolts of our review and about how our reviews are working sessions. We need the applicant present. We need the plans. We need, we can't look at a small thumbnail with a plan and adequately conduct a review, nor can we rely on small, an email of plans. I mean, I know you guys get the emails of plans all the time. Our administrator sends them to me. I can't even look at them until I get the full size set. So, it's just, it's unwieldy. It's difficult. These are tough times. Everyone has to make adjustments.
We'll get through it.
We'll get through it.
For sure.
Yep. Instacart will deliver, by the way, if anyone's worried about going to the grocery store. They're pretty backed up, but they'll get around to it.
Mhm.
So, all right. I want everybody to be safe. We will send out email communications if something comes up. We've had opportunity, if we have an application for something very simple that affects local health, you know, like a failing septic system, we'll do everything in our power to try to accommodate a repair. Other than that, I think the record will be clear about the actions we've taken. It's substantiated by law. Okay. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, you had me worried.
Oh, we don't want to stop. It's so much fun.
All in favor?
For some.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, by unanimous vote. Thank you. Thank you
You're
all.
welcome. Night.
Thanks.
Stay well.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Thank you.
Great job, Cliff.
You too, Jim.
All right.